This is the Emergency Medical Minute, sponsored by Mile High Ambulance.
Hey EMM, we are excited to announce that we are now accepting applications for our second annual Diversity and Inclusion Award. The award is eligible to fourth-year med students identifying as underrepresented in medicine and are applying to EM residencies. We are extending 3 $200 awards to selected individuals following a blinded review of all applications. Applications will be accepted through the end of November, with winners being announced mid-December. Check out our website at www.emergencymedicalminute.org/EDI-award for all the details and to access the free application. Or you can click on the link in our show notes. Thank you.
So there was some interesting kind of change in kind of the way they think about pediatric allergies over the last several years. It used to be that when kids were young, you didn't want to expose them to allergens like peanuts or eggs too early because they thought that could potentially make them more likely to have allergies later in life. And over the last 7 years, there's been several studies that have said that maybe you should actually introduce things earlier and that could prevent allergies later in life. And there was a recent study that was a very good study that took about 2,400 kids, so a fairly large study, and exposed them at the age of 3 months to allergens. First, peanuts, milk, wheat, eggs over a several week period, and then looked to see over the next 3 years whether exposing them at a young age affected their rates of allergies. And it did work. The rates aren't huge, but when kids that didn't get the foods at a young age, their rate of allergies were about 2.5% or 3%. And if they were exposed at that young age of 3 months, then their rates of allergies were closer to 1%. So what they said is you need to expose about 60 kids to these allergens at a young age to prevent a kid from having, a long-term allergy, which could be a very good thing. So, it's not something directly in the emergency department, but sometimes parents will ask us. And now the recommendation probably is going to be that about 3 months of age, you can start introducing peanuts, wheat, milk, eggs to kids gradually in a non-choking way by just, letting them taste a little bit. So hopefully they can eat Reese's Pieces and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups when they grow up. Thanks, guys.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Health One Continental Division, and Swedish Medical Center for their financial contributions to the EMM. Donations from them and listeners like you make it possible for us to fulfill our mission of producing and spreading free medical education to the masses. If you enjoy our show, please consider making a one-time or recurring donation to help cover our operational costs and keep the EMM awesome. Click on the link in our show notes to make a donation. Thank you for listening.